Villarreal has prioritized Carlos Soler to enhance their midfield this summer. Soler, who does not often feature at PSG, is considered the perfect addition by Marcelino to bolster the midfield, particularly after the loss of several key players. However, PSG is hindering the transfer because they seek satisfactory compensation for a player contracted until 2027 and are not willing to let him go for a reduced price. Villarreal is reportedly frustrated by the delay as they urgently need to reinforce their team following injuries in defense and Barry's transfer to Everton. They are hopeful for a swift resolution in Soler's transfer situation. Soler possesses extensive experience in La Liga, having played for Valencia from 2014 to 2022. Olympique de Marseille is very interested in signing Eden Zagrova from Lille. Discussions have started between the clubs. LOSC president mentioned that Zagrova, who has been sidelined for weeks, might reintegrate into the team for the season, but OM remains interested. A loan with an obligatory purchase option has been discussed. Zagrova is interested in joining Roberto De Zerbi's team. Lille has financial flexibility after selling Lucas Chevalier for €55 million to PSG and Bafo Diakite for €40 million to Bournemouth. Tutto Mercato reports on the ongoing negotiations between Echeverri and Manchester City. Echeverri is favored by Gasperini, but Manchester City is not open to including a buyout clause. Massara has left the negotiation table under these conditions. According to Marca, the transfer of Aymeric Laporte from Al Nassr to Athletic Bilbao is nearing completion. The two clubs, along with Laporte, are finalizing the agreement for his return to Bilbao. The club is in need of a central defender, and Laporte is motivated to play in order to compete in the World Cup. Al Nassr is restructuring its team due to the addition of Inigo Martinez, which has led to an excess in the number of foreign players. Laporte and Al Nassr have been in discussions for several weeks regarding the terms of his exit. Yoane Wissa is keen on a move to Newcastle United from Brentford. Brentford rejected Newcastle's initial offer of £25 million, but Newcastle are planning to make a new bid of £30 million. Wissa has verbally agreed personal terms with Newcastle and is desperate to join them to play Champions League football, as reported by Sky Sports' Keith Downey. Team Talk reports on Everton's advanced negotiations to sign Southampton's teenage sensation Tyler Dibling. Everton's initial offer of £27 million was rejected, and a second offer of £35 million plus £8 million in add-ons was also rejected. Southampton values Dibling at £45 million, wanting £40 million up front. Despite the setbacks, discussions are ongoing, and Dibling has been granted permission to speak with Everton. He is enthusiastic about the move, and both clubs are optimistic about reaching an agreement soon. RB Leipzig is in formal negotiations with Liverpool to sign Harvey Elliott. Leipzig has offered Elliott a 4-year contract. Jurgen Klopp, now Red Bull's global football director, is actively involved in persuading Elliott to join Germany. Liverpool is asking for €55 million with a buyback clause or €65 million without one, although a €47 million compromise is possible. AC Milan are making rapid progress in their pursuit of Rasmus Højlund, with negotiations stepping up. Talks have been ongoing on the player's side, with Milan presenting their sporting project in detail. Højlund is now increasingly open to making the move. Romano has revealed the full structure of Milan's proposal: a €6 million loan fee for the 2024-25 season, a €45 million buy-option clause, and full coverage of the player's salary during the loan period. Sources suggest an agreement between the two clubs is getting closer. Manchester United have an intense interest in Brighton midfielder Carlos Baleba. Despite having spent over £200 million this summer, they are hoping to secure the Seagulls star, who is likely to cost another £100 million or more. Brighton manager Fabian Hürzeler expressed no fear over losing Baleba, stating that the club focuses on being the best version of itself. Baleba is known to be open to a move, which is pushing United towards him now. Team Talk sources indicate that signing Baleba would blow United's budget, but they are willing to do so and will handle the consequences later. Team Talk reports on Nicholas Jackson's desire to leave Chelsea permanently this summer. Nicholas Jackson has expressed a desire to leave Chelsea permanently this summer. He has submitted a transfer request following the arrival of strikers Liam Delap and João Pedro, which has affected his position in the team. Newcastle is considered the favourite to sign Jackson as they search for a replacement for Alexander Isak, and talks have been opened with his agent. Chelsea are increasingly confident that Manchester United will eventually agree to a lower valuation for Alejandro Garnacho, as the player is actively pushing for a move to Stamford Bridge. Garnacho is determined to join Chelsea and has rejected other offers from clubs across Europe. Chelsea have remained calm throughout the process, knowing that Garnacho prefers a move to their club, and they have already reached an agreement to sign him. All parties involved have accepted that Garnacho will not play for Manchester United again. Sources from Chelsea anticipate acquiring him for much less than the £15 million price tag set by Manchester United. Borussia Dortmund are once again considering a move for Chelsea defender Renato Vega this summer, according to Sky Germany. Vega only joined Chelsea last summer in a surprise deal worth €14 million from Swiss side FC Basel, but it appears his time at Stamford Bridge is already over. The 22-year-old is now a Portugal international, but made it clear in January he wanted to leave the club to play regular minutes in his preferred centre-back position. According to Marca Azpilicueta, who is now a free agent after leaving Atletico Madrid, has emerged as a top target for Osasuna. The 35-year-old defender could be set for an emotional return to his boyhood club, where he began his professional career in 2006. Atletico Bilbao is also said to be interested in the player. Kevin Trapp, 35, is in talks to join Paris FC from Eintracht Frankfurt, according to a report from Le Parisien. The newly promoted club have identified the former German international goalkeeper as a target to bolster their options between the posts. The 35-year-old is keen on a potential move to the French capital, and talks are advancing to that possibility. Trapp's current contract with Frankfurt is set to expire in 2026, and Paris view the opportunity to secure his services as a great opportunity. Tottenham are in talks with Manchester City over a move to sign Brazil winger Savinho. Discussions have been held between the two clubs in recent days over a possible deal for the 21-year-old, with negotiations still at an early stage. It remains to be seen whether City will sanction a move for the Brazil international. Sources have told BBC Sport that City are not looking to sell Savinho and that it would take an offer of more than £50 million for the club to consider doing so. Paris FC has agreed on the essential contract terms with Amadou Haidara from RB Leipzig. According to a report by L'Equipe, negotiations between the clubs are expected to be concluded soon, as both clubs belong to the RB Group. German forward Timo Werner, aged 29, has been proposed to Olympique Lyon by RB Leipzig. While Lyon is showing interest, the club intends to delay any decision until the final weeks of the transfer window, citing financial limitations and Werner's substantial salary as reasons for their caution. The club, which is facing financial challenges, is in need of offensive players but remains wary due to Werner's annual salary of €10 million, a factor that has discouraged other potential buyers. Reports indicate that Stade Rennes and New York Red Bulls are also considering Werner, although the latter has offered a contract based on performance. Lille has reached a total agreement with Eyüpspor for the transfer of goalkeeper Berk Azer for an estimated €5 million. Azer has agreed to a future contract with Lille until June 2029. Fenerbahce, Azer's previous club, will retain 20% on a future profit. Lille is working to complete this operation as quickly as possible. Team Talk reports on Liverpool's agreement with Giovanni Leone and the negotiations with Parma. Liverpool have reached a full verbal agreement with Giovanni Leone on personal terms. The super-talented 18-year-old centre-back wants to join Liverpool with immediate effect. Liverpool and Parma are negotiating and a club-to-club agreement is imminent. The deal is close and expected to be finalised soon. Leone is not planned to be loaned out, as Liverpool believes he is ready to become a first-team member. Now West Ham have been handed a major Fernandes boost despite the Saints rejecting their first bid. Potter is desperate for more dynamism in his immobile, unathletic and frankly boring midfield. That was underlined in the club's last preseason friendly of the summer when ex-Southampton skipper James Ward-Prowse started again and failed to impress, again, to leave many Hammers fans feeling deflated about their prospects this season. Sporting submit official bid to Depay for Jeremie target for final weeks of summer window. Two more clubs also keen after he said no to Como in June as he wanted to stay at Deportivo La Coruña. Out of favour Crystal Palace striker Odsonne Edouard is very interested in joining Nice, who are making progress for the Frenchman. Back in the summer of 2021, the London club signed him from Celtic for a £14 million fee, after he had a brilliant 3-year stint at the Scottish Giants. According to Sky Sports, Aston Villa have stepped up their pursuit of Asensio, with the club expected to table a €20 million bid, including bonuses, to PSG this week. The 29-year-old winger has already agreed personal terms on a 3-year deal and is keen on a return to Villa Park, where he spent the second half of last season on loan. Both Manchester United and Manchester City have held talks with Donnarumma's agent, Enzo Raiola, over a possible move to the Premier League this summer. However, there are reports that Donnarumma has already spoken with Pep Guardiola and has reached a contractual agreement with City's hierarchy. The report adds that City are waiting for Ederson to finalize his move to Turkish side Galatasaray before pressing ahead with an offer to PSG. Manchester City is interested in signing Rodrigo, a 24-year-old Brazilian forward from Real Madrid. His estimated value is around £87 million, approximately €102 million. According to Fabrizio Romano, Pep Guardiola has contacted Rodrigo, expressing his vision for him as a key player at City. Rodrigo has been a crucial player for Real Madrid, especially noted for his performances against City in the UEFA Champions League. Newcastle United are nearing the completion of signing Jacob Ramsey from Aston Villa for approximately £40 million. Transfer news specialist Fabrizio Romano reported that the agreement between the two Premier League clubs is almost finalized, with only minor details remaining before the transfer is officially confirmed. The structure of the £40 million deal has been agreed upon in principle, and both clubs are currently finalizing the remaining contractual elements. Once these are resolved, the transfer will be confirmed, and Ramsey will become a Newcastle United player. Ramsey is reportedly enthusiastic about joining Newcastle due to their project under Eddie Howe and their ambitions in both domestic and European competitions.